Good morning. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for January 13th, 2017. For your Friday, we're going to have mostly sunny skies today for a change. We haven't seen that in a while. Cold front moved through last night, so temperatures, or high temperatures for the day, will actually be achieved actually earlier than you're watching this video, probably in the overnight hours ahead of that front. And then when it comes through, temperatures are going to drop to a certain point this morning and pretty much maintain there today. May actually drop a few degrees here and there throughout the day, but kind of hovering around that same temperature you have at about 8 a.m. this morning will be the same temperature throughout the day. So temperatures will not go up that much today, if at all. And we're going to be watching this system moving in from the west. We're having increasing cloudiness tonight. High pressure is off to the north. We'll be talking about the setup all week with a frontal boundary to our south and a very weak area of low pressure moving along that boundary. Models are starting to trend away from heavier accumulations and also the further north placement of that. And that's in part due to this high being a little bit stronger. You can see this high pressure here at 1,042 millibars. That's pretty strong. So it's actually forcing all this precipitation further south on the latest runs, and that's a big reason for that. The area low pressure along this boundary has always been pretty weak, but it looks like this is trending a little bit stronger with the high pressure and forcing everything down to the south a little bit. So we do have some snow and overrunning snow and even some icing further south of the Mason-Dixon line here shown on the GFS, but just some very light snow here. We do have a snow map out for this. If you go on the weather alerts page, we do have a snow map for it. Nothing to get excited about. We're only talking about most areas getting a coating across the far north here. Just a coating to an inch down south and east, or southern sections, and maybe 1 to 2 right around the Maryland, Pennsylvania border and into maybe the northern 2/3 of Delaware. Maybe extreme southern New Jersey. But other than that, we're talking about generally light snow showers. We'll have trouble accumulating on paved surfaces just because it's so light and it's falling during the day. So I do want to show one different vantage point here. This is the NAM that ran the 0Z NAM, which the most recent one we have when we did this video. A little bit more aggressive further north with this. So it does have the opportunity to produce snow a little bit further on that axis than the GFS had. We put this side-by-side comparison here. Here's the GFS. You can see it only gets up to maybe I-78 here with the, it looks like it's pretty much below I-78 here with the snowfall. But the NAM's a little bit different, a little bit further than that. It gets up a little bit further to the northeast, and it gets more people into some measurable snow, not just a coating. We're talking about an inch or two in this band here. So it'll be interesting to see how that exactly plays out, but we're going to keep to our first call, which is on the weather alerts page, which you can look at. Again, that's favoring the further southwest areas that most models have currently. But either way, this just looks like some light snow is going to head off here. Might be some freezing drizzle right along that front at the very end here as we head to Saturday evening. Again, not a big deal with this system. But it's the last time you're going to see wintry precipitation, it looks like, for the next couple of weeks. Again, we head into February, things might turn around quite a bit and quite quickly, but as it's looking right now. But the rest of this month is, for the most part, is a wash, and not expecting any winter precip. Although we're going to have to keep an eye on as we get into Monday. GFS is suggesting maybe some light wintry precip here. I would ignore this right now. I don't think this is correct. I think you might have an early shower here, but I don't think the opportunity here for frozen precipitation is really there, just because the temperatures that are going to be in place at the time, I don't think are going to be this cold. So we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. This is going to be later in the day on Monday. That's ahead of a weak warm front moving through, and that's when we get into next week. And then past Tuesday, we're getting into Wednesday now. We have an opportunity for some rain along this cold front that's going to be moving through. And that's about it. That's all you have for precipitation. Again, nothing wintry after this little minor accumulations that we're going to experience here on Saturday for some areas, especially in the southern areas. But after that, it looks like for the next 2 weeks, we're not looking at any wintry precipitation. And if we do get something, it's going to be very, very light, or thread the needle, or maybe at the start of a rain event. So don't expect too much here wintry through the end of January. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for January 13th, 2017. Have a great Friday.